Good morning.
Hi, how you doing?
It's still morning, so I'm okay. Yeah, I
One
just
minute.
yeah, yeah, just
Just
checking.
stuck it in. Sorry about the other day. I just the other night. It was just like, I've had a full day and I'm thinking, and then Joe walks in. I'm thinking, nah, that's it.
Nah,
So sorry about
yeah,
that.
no, no, not an issue. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's meant to be. It's not. Yeah, it's good to have some people turn up and commit and on a regular basis because that's really what any networking meeting's about.
Oh,
It's,
absolutely.
so it's
Yeah.
like, and the more you turn up, the more people see you, and then they relate. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I mean, family gets in the way. It's well, not
Yeah.
gets in the way, but family first always.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah. And how's your week been?
yeah, good. Full. Full.
Yeah.
Full. So, so many things going on. So, because our face-to-face business is reopening, so, that's, so I'm, training people who have never done face-to-face, how to do face-to-face, but online. And then, so to make the most use of my time, it's better to do that while I'm in front of a computer. But, you know, face to face needs to be taught face to face most effectively.
So when you talk, like you're talking about physical, like face to face, not just
Yeah,
virtual, yeah,
yeah,
like going
yeah,
out
yeah,
meeting
yeah.
people. So how do you
So,
teach that online?
sorry.
How do you teach that online?
Well, I get someone to sit here and they're a model for me, and I'm teaching them how to do stuff that's, yeah. So it's not easy, and I'm getting better at it. So, but I am going out on the road doing some trainings. I'll be doing some stuff tomorrow afternoon at a home, Monday at a home. Yeah, so through next week there's a
So are they like group parties where like the
group
host?
demonstrations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
and people are hungry to have people, like to actually see people and feel, to have someone, do their skincare for them and show them how to do their makeup. And, so look, it's going to be, there'll be people that will still prefer to do the online thing. That is for sure.
yep.
And it's definitely the best use of our time, travel-wise, traffic, car, fuel going up the way that it's going up. I mean, look, who knows what's going to happen over these next, few months. So,
Yeah, no, it's going to go up a lot higher because I mean whether it's valid or not, they've got the opportunity to blame Ukraine.
yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
that's it. And if the government really wanted to help, they could drop half the excise and still make a
Oh,
lot of money.
yeah, absolutely,
Because
absolutely.
I think 70% of the cost of fuel is actually excise. It's not the actual fuel.
Mm, mm.
So it's interesting.
So is
Yeah.
this the first Thursday? Oh, no, it's not the first Thursday, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's the
Oh, it
first
is the
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So I'll be interested to see. It could just be you and me. Who knows?
Well, sometimes, every Thursday will be fine for me, except the one Thursday when I actually do an online training for women with breast cancer throughout Australia, and that's actually one Thursday a month. So that's the only Thursday I can't do. But then I've got the Wednesdays that I can do 2 out of 4 Wednesdays.
Yep. Yeah. So you'll get a good
So
mix out of it. Yep.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
out of the bunch. Fred, do you know Margaret Canoof? Do you know Margaret who
Yeah,
runs
she's up in is it Camberwell direction? See?
Surrey Hills? Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
she
Yeah.
runs a fantastic networking group. Yeah, I highly recommend that I introduce you to her because she's a very good networker, very good.
Yeah. She's been around for a while, like a long
Yeah, she
time. Yeah.
has.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yep.
has. But she's been able to capture the online thing as well as the face-to-face thing. I
Yep.
just thought that it would be an interesting connect for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I'd welcome that. That'd be good. Yeah,
yeah.
because I mean, obviously, I was going to check her out later anyway, but because somebody else
Yeah.
mentioned it to me through the week as well. Hi,
Oh,
Peter.
okay. Yeah. Hi, Peter.
Yeah, because I mean, one of the things, and I'm not sure if you were in the room when I mentioned it, but one of the things I want to do is actually put a list of other networking groups up. like within the members
Yeah.
area, because, you know, not everybody, the times aren't going to suit everybody that
Mm.
I'm running them. And there's no reason that they can't join other
Yeah,
networking. And I'd actually encourage it, because the more networking groups, if you've got the time, the more networking groups you join, the more people you're going to meet and the more opportunities are going to
absolutely.
open up, you know?
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So that's for sure. That's for
How
sure.
are you, Peter?
I'm fine, mate. My only problem is actually connecting, getting in here, right? Can you do me a favor? Can you put in the chat the link I can use every week so I haven't got to worry about it? I'll just click it and get in here.
Yep. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And the other thing on that, because you know, I usually get in so easily. So where you just need in the actual event that you've created, Fred, if you can just make a note for people to click where it says go to the link, because when you open up the event, like the events are there, which is great. But if people don't know to click that blue link, they don't know, because it's actually not in the subject of the event, if you know what I
Okay.
mean.
I'll fix that up directly after this meeting for sure.
Because all I want to do is get that Zoom link and put it into my Google Calendar. So then I'm going to worry about it.
Yeah, on and what I've done, like, actually, if you go to the website, Peter, what'll happen is that there's a link. There's 2 links on the website on the events. Let me grab it and I'll drop it in the
Hang on.
link in
I can
the
go and
chat.
check it out.
There's actually a link there, and it should work on 90% of PCs, that you can add. There's 3 different links for the 3 different meetings, but you can add them to the calendar. There's actually a link there that says add to calendar as well. So I'll bring that up. I'll just show you. So if you can see that on my screen,
Yeah.
right, there's the 3 links. So there's obviously the link for each one, and that takes you straight there at the time of the event, right? So it's,
Okay.
and the calendar link should add them to your calendar.
Well, do me a favor. Can you give me that link?
Of course, matey, of course.
Of course.
Because
Let me
I'm a
just-
technophobe, Lucia.
Let me open up the chat.
You're not into it, Peter? No?
He uses it as an excuse. He hasn't got a problem. He just cops it out and uses I'm a technophobe as an excuse, and he's bloody not, you know. So,
I'm not even going to bother to reply to that, Fred. Thanks very much.
I've just posted that the event calendar link. Now, those links will be valid till, I think it's the first week in July, right? And then they'll be changed, because Zoom will only allow me to do 20 links or whatever it was for any one session. So,
All right. This
Okay.
is good.
Oh,
So now, if I click, because this is not a good day for me Thursday, but I want to go on Wednesday. So if I just click add to calendar, that'll give me this link.
it should, for yesterday's, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so if you click on the Wednesday one, the middle one,
I'm just doing it right now.
right? That's theoretically, that's if Zoom's system works, that should add it to your calendar.
It just didn't
Yeah, it downloads an ICS file, but if you click on that file,
show in the file. Okay, show it. I don't know what an ICS file is for him. It's opening in Microsoft Office, is that right?
yeah, should have, well, it depends on what your calendar is in.
Yeah, okay. Good and gracious me, Fred.
No, that's cool.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Success?
I've got a link here. I can manually add it to, it doesn't automatically add it to my calendar.
Okay. All right. But if you ever get stuck, if you go to that, like that link I've just sent you in the chat, if you go there, then those links will be valid. The actual link, the middle link, as you see it on the screen. So if you look at this area here, right, that will actually take you to the particular event.
Okay.
All right. Hi, Carol. Hi, Francis. What time is it there, Francis?
PM 8:08. Sorry to be late.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm glad to see you here. Francis is coming in from Canada. So
wow.
welcome. Welcome,
Hi,
Francis.
everyone.
Whereabouts in Canada, Francis?
Oh, I'm here at Hamilton in Ontario.
Ontario. I actually send things to, what's the name of the place? Stratford, Ontario.
Oh, yeah. Nice
Okay.
to meet you, everyone. Thanks, Fred.
No worries, Francis. Good to catch up. Finally get you on board. Hi, Laurie. Good to see you.
Hello. I almost missed it because I was looking at 12 o'clock my time.
Oh, God, it's hard to get good help, I tell you. It's, that's cool. That's cool. I think most of the people here know about what we're doing and what the community is about. But what I'd like to do, since how I've got the website up on the screen, I'll actually, and I'll just let somebody else in. Actually, I might change my process on that. So I'll go a different part of what I'm doing. Silvestro, how are you? Good to see you, mate. So what I might do is we might start with doing the introductions, and then I'll get into explaining some of the new additions that's happening at the back end of what I'm doing in the community and on the website. And well, I'll run the slideshow as for new people to introduce you to what the community is all about and what these network meetings are all about, and what my game plan is moving forward. So Peter, well, let's go with the ladies first. Sorry. Lucia, would you like to introduce yourself? Tell us what you do.
Yeah, sure.
And who you serve.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lucia Cardamone and I'm Sales Director with Nutrimedics, waving to those of you waving. And we sell skincare, cosmetics, eco-friendly cleaning products, body care, and also well-being products. So, what's the other thing I need to do, Fred?
Who's your ideal referral partner?
My ideal customer. So look, I'm going to focus on our well-being products today. My ideal customer is someone who's wanting to, who knows the importance of alkalizing their body. I'll put it that way. We have a super green product, which is called Super Greens, made out of organic, 4 organic ingredients, and the importance of alkalizing the body, because disease cannot grow in an alkaline body. So I'll put it to you that way. So anyone who's committed to improve their well-being, Fred, right now in regards to that particular product. And that was it, I think, wasn't it? Who I am, the company, who the customer is. Yeah. I'll pop my link up in the chat in a second.
The other thing we'll talk about later is have a think about it after the introductions of who your ideal referral partner is. And there's a subtle difference there. So it's not your customer, but who your ideal referral partner might be. And I'll explain why I'm asking that question once I get to talk about the website and what I'm doing at the back end.
Sure.
Carol, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. As the name says, I'm Carol Davies, and I'm actually not very far from Frances. I live in London, Ontario, and she is in Hamilton. So it's about an hour and a half drive. So we have, I think, Ontario covered here. I'm a success mindset coach, and I work with women entrepreneurs who run small businesses. And their problem is that they're snowed under with too much to do, overwhelmed, stress. So I work with them to find out what they really want to get out of life, to try to get some balance and harmony back, so they have time for themselves, time for treating themselves well. And that sounds a lot like what Lucia was saying about well-being, and health is a big part of what I work with them to get them on track, because usually when we get out of balance, health suffers. And definitely I could see right now that Lucia would be a great referral partner for me, because her products sound really good, and being all natural, which is what I'm interested in too. I sort of go that way. So I work with my clients to, on the mind, body, and spiritual level. And depending on, where they want to focus, we get personalized roadmap of how can they get out of the stress and overwhelm and get going forward in a much better way, to enjoy life.
Yep. Thanks, Carol. Frances from Canada, welcome.
Hello, everyone. Hello, fellow Ontarian. So, this is my first time. Thank you, Fred. I made it. It's been a while. And yeah, so I'm Frances from Hamilton, Ontario. What do I do? I'm a mix of different things. So, I do freelance work. I've met Fred from a 30-day live challenge we did like almost 2 years ago. And I for now, when somebody asks me what do I do, I try. There's two words. What do you call it? Solution finder, because it depends on who I talk to in the DM. So right now, I'm working with a conversation strategist because lots of people, I don't know about you guys, but in the groups that I am in, everybody's saying they hate being called bitch on the first message. Like the, the hey girl, what are you doing? How do you do? Hi, those kind of stuff. So anyway, so it depends right now. So I think everybody's gonna be a good referral partner in a way that if I find somebody who actually needs your services, then I know who to refer to. So freelance stuff, I do ghost writing for blogs. I'm a Pinterest manager before. So anybody who wants like traffic from Pinterest, like, I do that one. And then social media management, those kind of stuff. I'm just like all over the place. But and for now, I do these interviews in my profile, and I have a little group about. So what I do is like create a space for small business owners to amplify their voice. So yeah, so it's just a passion project of mine. And Fred, we're gonna do your interviews. So if anybody would like to have that kind of space where people could like just sit in with me, chat about their passion, their expertise and stuff, and I will stream that in YouTube channel too, and maybe make a podcast out of it. Anywho, I'm blabbing, but nice to meet you, everyone.
Thanks, Frances. And Frances is a gold mine. She's got a wealth of information and experience in doing social media. So if anybody looking for help in that area, just reach out. She's she's really easy to get on with and delivers great services. So welcome, Frances. Laurie, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thanks, Fred. Hi, everyone. My name's Laurie. I am from Family Law Services Online. I am a mediator and a conflict resolution coach for separated families. So I really help mums and dads who are going through an unhappy time or a separation to learn how to co-parent and create an environment that really puts their children at the heart of it all. For me, a great referral partner are business coaches who work with small businesses to solopreneurs, mums and dads who are going through those difficult times, so I can help them from the relationship aspect.
Thanks, Laurie. And I think we've got a podcast interview coming up at some stage, aren't we?
We do.
Yeah. So that's got to be an interesting. People don't know, I run a podcast as well, available on most of the channels. It's called More Marketing Ideas. So if you want to search for More Marketing Ideas, you'll find some of my previous podcasts. And we've got Peter, you're up.
Hi, Fred. Hello, everybody. This looks like a Canadian takeover here. You have to be careful. Love your enthusiasm, Frances, and nice to meet you as well. I work with people who are on their own, solopreneurs, who try to do everything themselves, simply because I've been there and done that. I know the pressure that people are under to try and run a business and be all things to all people. So what I try to do is help them to create as many memorable moments with as many people as they can, so they can sell their stuff without feeling uncomfortable. That's really what it's all about, okay? And to me, my ideal customer are those who are really good and passionate about what they do, okay? They believe in what they do. They know they can make a transformation to people. They know they can make a difference in this world, but they're just feeling uncomfortable about, oh, how do I get out there and sell my stuff? How do I get people to buy my services? That's my ideal partner, my ideal customer. My ideal referral partner is someone who is a solopreneur just like me, who deals with solopreneurs just like me. There you go.
Thanks, Peter. Silvestro, you're up. You're on mute, mate.
Yes, hello everybody. How are you all?
Gotcha.
Okay, my name is Silvestro. I help people lose weight for the very last time. That's one of my hats that I use. So I run all of my information, all my videos on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel called The Weight Loss King TV, where there's over 200 videos. I have a few thousand subscribers, and anything from food to fitness to obtaining the correct mindset to lose weight. But most importantly, I help people keep it off through my own knowledge and experience for the last 20 years. So my ideal person is anyone who's wanting to finally keep the weight off and what is needed to maintain that.
So Silvestro, do you just want to explain like how you started this journey? Because I mean, there's lots of weight loss coaches out there, but you definitely stand out from the crowd and the reason why. So do you want to tell us what happened 18 years ago?
Yeah, so basically, close to 18, probably 20 years ago, when I was about 30 years old, or 32 years old, I was 152 kilos. So I lost 80 kilos in 18 months, and I've kept the weight off for over 18 years. And I'm also a published author, had my book published through New Holland Publishers, and did a few things on TV and media quite a number of years ago. But I've been able, my standout basically from all the people who say they have the secret to weight loss, they're keeping it off, is I've actually kept the weight off for 20 years. So that's probably about 1% of the population. And so I convey my message through my weekly YouTube channel, which I upload multiple videos per week. And that's what it all comes down to. I'm a qualified personal trainer and have my bachelor diploma in sports science as well. But yes, it's all about keeping the weight off and what is needed. That's where I specialize. If someone asks me how do I lose weight, well, if you Google it, you'll find recipes and ways in which you can move your body to lose weight. But when you really want to know how to keep it off, that's where I come into it. So now it's been a big journey, and I've seen a lot of people come and go and project the way they feel that they lose weight. But I'm a product of my own philosophy.
You know, we've been in contact for quite a while, and I knew your story, and I thought it's subtly different to most people out there. So that's why I just
Thanks.
invited you to share it, because it's a great story. And I guess it's my turn.
Fantastic story.
Yep, most of you here know who I am and what I do, but I'll give you a brief introduction. I'm an online marketing specialist, and I help small business owners get seen online. And I do that through optimizing their websites or their marketing campaigns. As I said, most of you know what I do, so I'm not going to go too much into that. But what I will do is I'll talk about why you're here and why networking groups, and particularly this networking group, is important to be a part of. So let me bring up a slideshow. And so if you can pin either set your viewing to speaker or pin my image, then you should see basically my screen share, which is the 2022 community. So 2022 community project, well, what's in it for you? The thing about what's inside the group is I started this group last year as a free group on Facebook. And what that came from was that I was in another networking group, and the lady in there was offering her services as a lead-in, because she said she didn't want money to get in the way of people getting her services. So she offered her services a 30-minute consultation, because the year was 2021, for $20.21. And I had to listen to that, and I go, that's a bit gimmicky. I'm going to run with that. So I set up a Facebook group called the 2021 Community Group. And I invited people into that group. And the condition was that you could do the normal chats in between people and, put comments up or whatever within that group. But if you wanted to make an offer, it actually had to have the digits 2021 in them. So I'm just going to let somebody else in. So I'm not good at multitasking. So that was the basis of it. So if you had an offer that contained, it could have been $202.10 or $20.21, then you could promote it to the group, but you couldn't do it. Now, over time, I found that people needed a little bit more. Hence, the 2022 community project was formed. And I decided that we were going to add a meeting like this to the group. And then I still felt that it needed more value to that. So I added a membership component to it. And the membership component is the website. So the website has got a repository in there that is going to grow over time with information that's going to help everybody get referrals. And that's my focus within this group. So yes, it's to share your knowledge, make connections, but your time is valuable. And people spend an hour on meetings like this and they go away and they've made some good friends, but they don't get any business. They just had a great, little social session with people, had a chat, and they go away and they go, yeah, that was good. I like them. And that was the end of it. If you do your one-on-ones, and I'd encourage you to do one-on-ones with everybody in the room, just make a connection, have a chat, and then see if you can find out more about their business, tell them a bit about yours, and then hopefully they will refer people to you, because that's really what it's about. It's not about selling to people in the room. It's about selling to people they know and getting more referrals. So within the website itself, we've obviously got these networking meetings. It started out with 1 meeting a week. As of last week, that is now 3 meetings per week. So there's one on Tuesday, and I'll use Melbourne times for this, but it's Tuesday at 8 p.m. Melbourne time, Wednesday noon, and Thursday noon. So I think I'm not sure about our Tuesday time, but the other times are 8 p.m. compared to 8 p.m. Eastern US time. So there's a networking group. We've got the closed website, which I'll go into in a little bit more detail shortly. There's a resource library, which is building over time. There's a members directory where you can list your business so other members can find out your details and share them with their connections. There's also a publicly available business directory where you can promote your products. Now, I created that directory at the start of COVID to help small businesses get leads, and it was a pro bono venture. So they can put their business up on that at no cost. That is still available to the public. But there's also an upgrade version in there where you can get an extended listing. And as a member of the community, you get that for free as a bonus. So that's something that, and I'll put the details in the chat for that later. The upcoming monthly mastermind, once I can work out what the difference between a networking meeting and a mastermind is. And I probably need to have a chat to you, Peter, about how I can organize that, because I don't want it just to be another meeting for the sake of a meeting. I wanted to add value to the members. And as a paid member, you also get a 30-minute strategy call with me as a bonus. So that's pretty much what's in there. Now, normally I would do this presentation first off and then go through the introductions, but we've actually done that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you what's happening within the members area. So there's obviously the event links. So if you want to, if you've lost the link and you want to find it, you just go to the website and you can find the links there to the next lots of 3 meetings. There's the vault inside the members area, and that's where we've got the Zoom recordings. So every meeting gets recorded, as you'll notice, and the meetings get displayed within the website. Now, I've also decided that I'm going to publish those up on YouTube as well. So if you're not happy with being recorded, then it's probably not the group for you. But we're going to put that up. And there's 2 reasons for putting it up on YouTube. Because everybody that attends a meeting, I will put their contact details up in the description of that YouTube video. And what that does is that gets you an extra backlink in the eyes of Google. So it helps you with your SEO to a minor degree, but it's still another backlink. So the more times you come to a meeting, the more times your links will be displayed in videos, and the more backlinks you're going to get. So that's the thing. I'm not going with the affiliate model. I was going to bring in affiliates and give them a reward for bringing in members, but I've decided not to go that way. we've got a link to useful links. So as members give me hints and tips about, and Peter's got a huge resource of these, so I'm going to pinch those and put them up inside the group. Thanks, Peter. So those links will be available again to help you, learn how to get more business online. And there's obviously a cart if we start to sell something. But the big one I want to show you about is the members directory. So if I go into the members directory, and you'll see now this is very much a work in progress because I'm waiting for content from some of the members. But the members directory has got one little difference here shortly. And this is why I was asking you earlier to talk about who your ideal referral partner is and think about who that is. You've obviously got a picture of you or, of the person that's the member. You've got your contact details in the second column. So it's got your name, what you do, your email address, your website, and your phone number. So direct contact details. That will be the piece that I will cut and paste into every video that gets up on YouTube, right? So when you give me that information, that's the way you want people to contact you. Then there's a brief description of what you do. But the big cruncher is that when we play the video, and unfortunately you won't hear the sound because I've got my earphones in, so you can't hear the sound. But there's a video here. So you have the opportunity to create a 3 to 5 minute video promoting your services, what you do, who you are, what you sell, who your customer is, and who your ideal referral partner is. And that's why I mentioned that before. So when you do this, that will mean that any other member who's a new member can go in, scrape through here, and then even if you're not on a call and you're not on a particular meeting, you still get benefit because people can go through the directory, find out who you are, what you do, what you sell, and who you serve, and then learn and obviously get you more referrals. So that's just a couple of things that's been happening in the background. And this website will evolve and give you more resources. Now, in the vault, we've got the Zoom recordings. So they're all the previous recordings. So every time we do a recording, I just add it up in there. And I'm going to, probably today or tomorrow, I'm going to take those recordings and publish them up on YouTube. Okay. And I will take the details for everybody that's on that particular call and put that up in the description on YouTube as well. So that will give us some benefit. At the moment, we've got just a couple of videos being uploaded at the moment. So we've got 5 videos up on the YouTube channel at the moment. The other thing I've done is that originally I set the website under a subdomain of a domain I owned, which was signin.io, and that was confusing. That has now changed. It's now up on the communitynetworkingproject.com domain. So if you want to invite somebody to, it makes it nice and easy. You just tell somebody to go to communitynetworkingproject.com. So it makes it very simple to invite people to the group, get them in. If I go back to the actual front page of the website, you'll see, let me just go back to, just bring up the front page. So on the front page, they get the opportunity to join the group through Facebook, and that's a free component. So you can join the free Facebook group. There's a description of what they get. The subscription options here are not live yet. They will be live on the 1st of May, because that's when that was my soft launch, when the soft launch ends. So on the 1st of May, the weekly subscription will be $20.22. There's a monthly option, a quarterly option, and a yearly option. When you look at the yearly option and you compare it to other online networking groups like BNI or Fresh or whatever, it's about 50% off their price. And I guarantee you're going to get a lot more value out of this networking group, because I'm running with it. And when I run with something, I'm like a bulldog. So I'm going to work at getting you referrals and making this network work, because that's my total focus. But right now you can join for $20.22 per month, and you're grandfathered in for life at that level. On the 1st of next month, that will change to a bi-weekly subscription. So people that join next month will be paying fortnightly and grandfathered in at a fortnightly level. And then on the 1st of May, it goes to the normal subscription. And obviously this offer disappears. If you send somebody to the website and they want to come in as a guest, there's a guest pass option down the bottom of the website. So they click on the guest pass, it just asks for their name, email, and then they get taken to the links page. So I try to make it as simple as possible for members to invite other members into the group so that we can grow this for everybody's benefit. So that's my introduction and description of what my plans are and what I hope, you know, people will see the benefit of joining the group, and more importantly, staying in the group and inviting other people in. So any questions?
Can you put the link to the YouTube channel in the chat?
I certainly can.
Because I'd like to subscribe with it.
Yeah, it's actually uploading at the moment, so I'll grab it when that's finished, Peter.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, and I'll send the links out to everybody in the group as well, just through emails or Messenger. And actually, Peter probably covered something really important there as well, that if you're in contact with somebody and they've got a YouTube channel and they're a member of any networking group you're in, then I'd encourage you to go and subscribe to their group. Like go to their YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon and select all so that you get notified. And it helps them get more, it helps the algorithm on YouTube for them to get more sites. So, you know, like it's not all about you and it's not all about me. You know, the more people you help, karma works well, you know, it all comes back. So, you know, we've got, what have we got in the room at the moment? Like 8 people in the room. So if we all went off and looked at other people's YouTube channels and subscribe, that would make a big difference to people. So.
Francis, what's your surname? Your last name?
So now it's Durakovic, but originally Zamora. So I'm from the Philippines.
Yeah,
So,
but just if I'm
yeah.
looking for your YouTube channel,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have to fix that. Thank you.
And I
haven't
suppose
really shared anything because I don't have a website yet.
we need to talk. We need to talk. When you say you don't have anything, you've got your Facebook page, right? So put your Facebook
Oh, that's
page.
true.
Yep, you've got your Facebook profile, right? So you know,
right.
put your
On it.
yeah. So because it's like we don't want to be, and that's like what Lucia was saying there was, we don't want to be searching for people based on the name, like searching for them on LinkedIn or whatever. So if you can put your contact details in the chat, and like what I do, and I'll actually do it now, but I've got in a notepad, I've got a portion where I just captured everything that I want people to do, and I just post that in the chat. And I think a lot of people are doing that as well. So just save something on a notepad on your desktop, so you don't have to type it in every time. You just cut and paste it, whatever meeting you go to. And that's for other networking groups as well. You know, and some of it, they might say, well, you can't post everything, but if you've got all your information in there and you've got, particularly at the top, you've got your name, your email, your website, you could just probably cut that little bit out and drop it in as a mini business card into any networking group's chat so that people can get in touch. Because if you make it harder for people to find you, they're probably not going to look. You know, so the easier you make it, the better.
What about using a Linktree account where all of them are on the one spot? Okay, Fred?
I've got a thing about I've got a thing about Linktree is like if you invite somebody to Linktree, in my opinion, like you're confusing them because you're giving them too many options. But this is a personal opinion. If you invite somebody for a call to action for anything, it should be one thing in my opinion. So, and that's why landing pages are so important. So, you know, if you're inviting somebody to view your website, they'll view your website, they get a lot of information out of it. But if I invite somebody, for example, if I invite somebody to join the group and I want them to have a guest pass, I'll send them straight to the guest pass page. But I don't send them to the website and say, look at it. If I'm talking about websites on my digital marketing arm and somebody wants information on that, I'll send them to a landing page talking about that particular thing with no menu items on the landing page. So they've got an option. They can either read it, make contact with me, or leave. So they don't have an option to go off and check out anything else on the website. So, and that's the benefit of landing pages. So you can test your call to actions, you know, test if something's working. If it's not, change it. But if you just send somebody to your website, unless you've got Google Analytics in there and you really monitor what's going on, it's pretty difficult to work out what people are doing. I mean, you've got, you know, heat maps that you can put on websites as well, but that's getting really techo. So you can look at what people are visiting and what they're clicking. But landing pages are probably the best way to go to start your testing.
Yeah, I'm with you, Fred. Over the years, I've tried so many different ways. You know, you can have sometimes too many, you know, with Facebook and Twitter and TikTok and YouTube and all that sort of stuff. So I just prefer everybody to my YouTube channel because being a content creator and to get my message across, I just send people to my YouTube channel. And if anybody needs any help with YouTube channels, let me know. I've done a fair bit of research and to set mine up as well. I just find that you can put everything on there, and then when you do upload your videos, you have your defaults of who you are and all your links underneath. I think it's probably, for me, it works. You've got to find what works for you, for your audience, and maybe your audience is not there. So I've just learned over the years that once you can identify where your audience is, but yeah, if anybody wants, like I said, if you need a hand with YouTube, let me know. I've self-learned, I'm not an expert, but I can definitely help you get people to click on and like your videos.
Thanks, Mr. Brenda, you got in a little bit late, then you haven't had the opportunity to introduce yourself. Welcome.
Thank you, Fred. Silvestro, I just subscribed to your YouTube channel. I'm eager to hear what you've got on there and to see more about what you've got on there. So my name is Brenda Marie Sheldrick. I am in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, and I am your Biz Leads expert. I help entrepreneurs to generate more qualified leads for their business through relationship marketing. So what I really do is I get to know you and your superpower, and then I share your superpower with other people who need your help. And I would love to get to know what all your superpowers are. I put my calendar link into the chat, and I hope you'll book a one-on-one with me.
Make sure you do, because Brenda's a really good lady to talk with.
Yeah, I'll second that. Yeah, we've known each other for a few months now, and it's like, again, her knowledge, and the way she does things is so easy to listen to and learn a lot from. So thanks, Brenda.
And I would say to you all to book one-on-ones with Fred and with Peter. Fred is wonderful. Fred's a world of resources. He's taught me so much already. And Peter is the ultimate patient man. I booked, I believe, 3 appointments that I stood him up on before we finally managed to connect, and he patiently agreed to meet with me again and again. And his story, see his video, check out his video of his world where he lives. He's amazing.
Thank you, Brenda.
I have somebody I'm trying to get their Facebook so that I could connect the two of you, Peter, because he wants to do some work in your part of the world. He has a really big vision, and I think you might be a good match.
Okay.
So I suppose one of the things I'd like to try and ascertain is that, and I've asked this question to other people in previous meetings, and some of you are here, but what I'm trying to work out and deliver within a networking group is what the members want, right? Not what I think they want. And it's the same with any business. Like if you're promoting something, you've got to give people what they want. And, if you want to use one of the catchphrases of fix their pain points, but if I can work out and get feedback from the people in the room tonight or this afternoon, what you would actually like to see out of a networking group that's a little bit different. And then hopefully we can package that up and add that. Now, whether that's something on the website, that's an added bonus, or whether it's some format that, you know, we deliver here. Like the standard format is go around the room and introduce yourself and talk about who you do, what you serve. And, you know, I've added in the referral partner aspect in there. And I'd expect that if we start getting too many people in the room, that we would end up having, you know, split rooms. So we drop out into those rooms. But at the moment, it's achievable here. We can go around and introduce ourselves. So if anybody can give me feedback on, you know, well, what they like about what's happening now, but also what they might like to see in the future, I'd appreciate that.
So Fred, you know, earlier you mentioned something about the mastermind group. So what I am actually in a mastermind group, and what I love about that is that we get to share on a rotation what our wins are for the week, what our challenges have been, and what our goals are. And so amongst the people that are in that group, they get to offer support around the challenges. So it could be that we're trying to find a particular service person to do a particular thing for our admin, or it could be that. So that's how, and I really do like that kind of that mastermind concept. So I don't know whether that contributes to what you're asking there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yep, sure. I've just written it down, taking notes.
I love that idea, Lucia, because that about the mastermind, and I missed that. But yeah, I've read that recently, and Think and Grow Rich with Napoleon Hill. One of his principles that mastermind, and I think that's quite powerful.
This is actually from a Bob Proctor. I've just recently finished the Thinking into Results program with Bob Proctor's organisation. So the mastermind that's been created from that's how it's run. So there's actually like the guidelines that are read before we start, and then each person takes it in turns to share their wins, their challenges, and their goals. Yeah.
No, it's great.
Yeah.
Love it. I think it sprung to mind when you mentioned mastermind group. Yeah, from the book.
Lucia, with the mastermind, is that is it just for a standard group of people, or is
No, well, this one the one that I'm in is for people who have actually completed the Thinking into Results program, the Bob Proctor Gallagher Institute program. But any mastermind, I mean, I've spoken to other people since finishing that, and that's how a couple of other friends that are in mastermind groups, that's how they run the mastermind, is that each person is given a number, and then everyone follows, so that there isn't one person that speaks more than anyone else. So everyone gets a turn, and so there is a timer, someone in charge of the time. So depending on how many are in the group for the day, so let's just say Sylvester is the person in charge of timing today. He would have a timer for 60 seconds, and he would stop, so that people know that they can't ramble on about their particular issues. So it's like 1 minute, you've got 1 minute to share your wins, your challenges, and your goals. So it has to be very, quick. Yeah.
Okay. Taking notes. Sally, welcome. You joined us. You got in a bit late. You want to just
jam-packed day, baby. But
that's okay. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh yeah, hi everyone. I've met some of you and don't know some of you. I'm Sally Estlin. I'm a holistically fit specialist. I'm based in Melbourne, sort of on the Mornington Peninsula, and I just help people shift and lift their energies to help them let go, step up and be more of themselves. Massive toolbox, all different things, but mainly work with energy.
Just drop your details in the chat, Sally. Just let people know how they can contact you. So. I mean, the mastermind is something that as I said, I'm looking at, and I've just got to work out a format that works for everybody and makes it different than just a group meeting like this, So, and that's why I'm just trying to get my head around that before we actually launch it. So I'm doing a little bit of research in that area at the moment.
Fred, I'm in 5 masterminds, and I run 2. Okay, and you're in one of the ones I run. And Lucia's idea in her mastermind is really good, because what it does is hold you accountable, right? And I think that's important. But there's another way of looking at masterminds too, and that is to get people to express their views on a specific topic. Okay, and that's based on relationship building, and so people can get to know each other, etc. And the third way of a mastermind is where you need to qualify to get in there in the first place, and the people within the group decide whether you should stay or join in the first place as well. So it's a very tight-knit group, and those people are extremely, how would you say, protective of the environment they created. But in so doing it, that environment has an incredible amount of relationship, trust, resonance, and support. So food for thought, Fred. You can you can mix them around.
Yep, no, appreciate it. You know, that's one of the reasons that I'm recording these, so we can go back and have a listen and just, you know, pick up the golden nuggets that people are giving us. And that's really what it's all about. I suppose we're coming close to the top of the hour. And I've just got, is anybody else that'd like to contribute or give insights of what they got out of today and if they enjoyed it, and give me some feedback?
Fred, I have just a couple of things. I love the way you run the group. I love the way you include everyone. I think that is really wonderful. In terms of what I'd like to see in the group, if there was a way to share a learning. I love learning. I love learning from people, and I think other entrepreneurs are one of the greatest sources of learning. So if somebody shared like something new that they had learned that week, or some new idea, new concept, something new, even a new way of looking at something, I would love to see some of that come into the group as well. And I think you bring a lot of that in already, but I think if the other group members also start taking responsibility for bringing new ideas, then it doesn't have to be all on your shoulders to bring everything new to us. So
have you got a good idea you can share with us, Brenda?
So, okay, well, my learning that I learned this week, I learned it actually tonight, just before I came on this call. And it was that sometimes you have to be comfortable without a plan. Sometimes life just says that there's no way to create a plan for this time, for this moment, for this right now. So you need to sometimes be comfortable with going without a plan, because sometimes some of the most beautiful things are going to happen in those spaces where you didn't have that definite plan.
Thank you. So, I suppose I'll go around the room and just get some final thoughts from everybody in the room. So Lucia.
Final thoughts. Just that it's been just connecting with everybody and meeting some new people today. I think that what you're doing is awesome, Fred. I do appreciate your openness every time I send you a message. So just really appreciate what you're doing. Yeah.
Thank you. Peter?
I agree with Lucia. Fred, you do a fantastic job, and I'm delighted to be helpful and be involved with you, because I trust you. That's one thing in particular. The other thing I put in there, and so I've seen other people put in their LinkedIn profiles. Why don't we give each other a testimonial and link with each other on LinkedIn itself? It's a way of positioning yourself even better on LinkedIn. So it's just food for thought. And finally, yes, Fred, you're right. I actually do use Linktree, and I have multiple things on there. And what you said is absolutely true about having more than one option. But you know what? It works for me. It actually is working for me. I get the data from Linktree, and I've got 10 options on there, and they all receive a whole lot of information and a lot of data. So, I mean, food for thought. I don't know. I'm work in progress, Fred.
Well, I think we all are, and that's a pretty important point. That there's no cookie cutter system for marketing, right?
Mm.
It all depends on personality of the person delivering the product, the service, and the personality of the person receiving it. So it's all different. You know, it's just my personal approach is with Linktree is I personally don't use it. I don't see a benefit in it, but Peter does. So there's two, you know, not conflicting but different views. So you work out what works for you, and it gets down to test and measure. No matter what marketing you do, if you market in the local newspaper and you get an ad and it doesn't do anything, putting it up there once isn't going to do anything for you anyway. So it's all repetition, and you have to test and measure everything you do online and offline. So, you know, so thanks, Peter.
Okay.
Carol, would you like to give us your take on today, or anything else you'd like to share?
Yeah, I found that it's really interesting to see what a mix of participants we have. I mean, we have, you know, a concentration in Australia. Tonight we have a bit of a concentration in Canada, but everybody really has the same goals in that they want a nice place that's safe to share ideas, to get support. And I really like what Lucia said about sharing wins, goals, and challenges. I've been in other masterminds too that did that, and I had sort of forgotten that, but it was a very nice reminder. And I also liked what Brenda said about learning. Like I'm in a 5-day challenge this week and learning different things about Facebook and whatever. And I learned today how to do reels a little bit. And it's like mind blowing. And I wouldn't be able to show anybody right now, but just being open to that. And I'm like, I am energized. And it was nice to be able to just say that to someone who would understand, which is in this group. So thank you for providing it.
You know, thanks, Carol. Francis.
Well, what can I say? Fred, as everybody say, thank you for this space. And I'm so happy to be able to come here and meet everybody. This is my first time to join a networking group. So it's fun. And I'm saving the folder for everything in the chat. So I don't know if everybody knows this, but you could actually save the chat so you don't lose it. And then, yeah, I agree with the mastermind. I do have a mastermind for my freelancing community. And that's what we do, like wins, challenges, and tips. So yeah, goals or tips. So yeah, I'll be following everybody. And Fred, thank you for telling me just put my Facebook profile.
Pleasure.
I was like, oh
Pleasure.
my gosh, I don't have anything to share, but yeah, thank you so much. I hope to be here again next week. It's a miracle that my kids slept early tonight. So
Thanks,
yeah.
Francis.
Nice meeting everybody.
Laurie.
I'm going to echo what everyone else has said, Fred. I think today has been a really lovely introduction to this community and how we all want to share and work together to help and support each other. And I've learned some things today already. I had no idea about YouTube being a good thing to go and subscribe to people's channels. I don't even advertise my channel. So that's been fantastic. Yeah.
I reckon you'll have 8 more subscribers today, so it'll be good.
I've had to go searching for where my YouTube channel link was. I'm like, what is that?
I've got multiple channels, but I posted the one for the project, the community project up in the chat. So again, if you don't know how to save the chat, just hit the 3 little dots down the bottom and save the chat, and then you can go through and get everybody's contact details at your leisure. So Brenda, your final word.
My final word, actually, my final word is an invitation to each and every one of you. I host an online networking and sales training event that happens 3 times a month. Fred generously lets me tell you about it when I come here. He also generously supports me by attending my events, and I'm so grateful to always have him there. At Selling on the Spot Marketplace, you get to learn some new skills. You get to share what it is that you do, and then you get to close with making an offer and you leave having made money on the spot. If any of you are interested, I would invite you to come as my guest tomorrow night. It's at 6:30 Eastern time. Fred, can you help me with converting that to Australia time?
It's 10:30 a.m.
10:30 a.m. on Friday for you. If any of you are interested, just reach out to me and I will, or reach out to Fred. If you can't find me to connect, reach out to Fred. Either one of us can give you the link to be able to join us. You can attend once for free. After that, it is a paid event.
Laurie, that's actually Melbourne time. So that 10 a.m. that I quoted was Melbourne time. So it's yep. Silvestro.
Thanks, Fred. You've always been very welcoming and always giving great advice. And thank you for invite for the group. And I like to echo and what everybody else has said. Thank you. And it's been great to listen to other people's stories and where they come from. And I think that it's one mind is better than have. 6 minds, 10 minds better than one. But like I said, if I can help anybody with their businesses and promotion or help in ways that we can network and get more people, then sing out and glad to help out. And like I said, I extend that. I'm not a YouTube expert, but I can definitely help people or steer people in the right direction to pump some life into your channel, because it could be a great tool to reach out to more people.
Thanks, Silvestro. I just have a final word. It's because we just hit the hour. So a network is only as good as its members. And no matter how hard I try, and I will deliver, but if the members can, make an effort to attend as many meetings as they can, and importantly, invite other people to the group as well. Because as the group grows, then that opens up opportunities for you. So it gives you an opportunity to connect with somebody else and hopefully build your referral network. And that's really my focus, is to help you build your referral network so you get more business and obviously more sales. So that's it, guys. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you for joining me. And hopefully we'll see you next week on one of the calls.